Hello everyone, thanks for watching the video. Today I'm building protective window covers for Eddie. It's long overdue. I should have done this a long time ago. I have a little bit of water damage on the front window because it's on a slant and water has been collecting there. I've been aware of it. It's just one of those things where I've been meaning to do it. So in this video I'm going to show you how I bent aluminum, how I built and designed this protective window covering, and how we install it using some gas struts here from Princess Auto, some stainless steel hinges, and some other contraptions, and how it's going to look perfect on Eddie. So stay tuned and let's get at it. What I'm going to do is wrap this aluminum band around the template that I've made with some scrap plywood. And in theory, I'm going to heat it up with a torch, bend this piece around here, and then I'm going to clamp it and hopefully it'll cool off and the bend will stay. But I've never done this before, so we'll keep our fingers crossed and hopefully it works. Bit of an overlap, but I'd rather have that than too little, and I can trim that easily enough. Once I had it bent around the template, I took one little scrap of aluminum that was a little bit longer than it needed to be, and I used this to attach the seam. When I didn't have them at the time, but I'll be putting nylon washers between the stainless steel bolts and the aluminum. But really have a nice crisp finish around the seam here, and that will be at the bottom of the window covering. So what I'm going to do now So I have some angled aluminum that I'm going to put on the straight edges. Because as you can see, this is a little flexible. As soon as I take it off of the template, it obviously kind of bows out a little bit, but it's very pliable, and I'll still be able to lock everything nice and square. So that's what I'm going to do now, and I'm going to use some VHB tape with the aluminum so there won't be any screws on the outside of the aluminum trim. So as you might have noticed, I'm in my garage, but I have a nice new workbench. I'm getting ready to start building cabinets for Eddie. So before I got into making cabinets, I wanted a proper workstation. So I built these cabinets. I'm going to show you how I built them in another video, but just thought I would tell you that. So it's going to be perfect for constructing the protective window covering and assembling it right on this table. So this roofing square is 24 inches, and I'm going to cut the first piece of angle aluminum just a little less, maybe 23 inches. And that will ensure this strip is nice and straight as opposed to wanting to bow. 3. So I love that these break up so I can actually clamp things, and now when I cut this, it's not going to fall off. All these small pieces are long pieces. A modular workbench like this is going to be so handy for me because I need to keep my garage uncluttered but flexible, you know. So I'm just going to use a jigsaw to cut that. So we have this 90-degree piece of angled aluminum, and it's about 23 inches long. And as you can see here, there's a bow because the bent aluminum wants to bow out. So what I'm going to do is put some VHB tape on this one side of it. We're going to put it like that, and then we're going to clamp that onto there, and we'll leave it like that. And that will ensure that we have a straight, perfectly straight edge on that side, and then we're going to do the same on all 4 sides. I'm going to drill a hole through here, and that will go right through the angle of the aluminum. Okay, I got all these vices out of the way now, and what we have is the bent aluminum, and we've glued 4 pieces of angled aluminum, brackets here, to each side, so that each side of the trim is now straight, so that angled aluminum is taped to the aluminum rim, and that keeps it nice and straight. So it's pretty much square. I got these clamps on edges. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to trace out the profile on this checker plate of aluminum, and I'm going to paint this black to match the trailer. And then we'll glue it to the front of it, and we're going to put some screws in to kind of match the look of the trailer, and you'll see what I mean by that in a minute. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is put double-sided tape on here. I ran out of the VHB tape, and I have some similar tape that's been working just as well. Put that on there, and then this is just going to flip on top of this, and I just have to make sure that it's lined up properly, because the tape is not very forgiving, so it pretty much adheres as soon as it touches the metal surface. So you got to be really careful with that. But just put a little bit of painter's tape around the edge on the aluminum. I paint this black. There's a little seam I'm going to line with some black caulking so you won't see that. And that'll help keep the rain out that much more. But yeah, just a little gap right here. I'm going to put some caulking in there and then spray paint this black, the flat black, to match the trailer. And making progress. Pretty solid. Nice. So I bought a stainless steel latch. I just sawed that part off it, and I'm just going to use this because this is going to fit perfectly right here. And I'm just going to use some that double-sided tape on that, and then this part here, and this will be on the trailer. So when the protective window covering goes down, this will go through here, and we'll be able to latch it and secure it. Using mineral spirits, I cleaned the aluminum above the window. Then using double-sided tape, I adhered a small section of angled aluminum above that window. I placed it on an angle from left to right so that water dripping down would catch the angle and drip to the side of the window. The hinges on the protective covering would not create a watertight seal, so that's why I needed a piece of angled aluminum. I've second guessed my decision on the gas strut. So at this point, I haven't decided what I will use to prop open the protective window covering yet.